What's good, everyone? This is Anderson.
Christian here.
And on this evening's podcast, we have a special guest who's a local Houstonian who does amazing work. He's an artist around town, and we're excited to have him in. So sit back, turn on, tune out, drop in, because we're about to enter 111. What's good?
What I mean?
Christian, go ahead and introduce our guest.
Tonight, we have a very special guest. You're going to have to excuse my voice also, by the way, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting over a cold. I'm not contagious, though. So, anyway, on tonight's episode, we have a very dear friend of ours, someone we've known for a very long time. His name is Gerry Vega, a.k.a. Cubes, a.k.a. Gerry Venegas, a.k.a. Lil Weezy. No, I'm kidding.
A.K.A. how I always call him, Gerry.
This is true.
The guy with the stash.
Many names.
Cool. Gerry, go ahead and give us a little introduction about who you are and, what you do.
Mostly a local Houston artist, born and raised, just like a self-taught artist mostly, and then took some classes here and there and try to be more, I guess, into like the corporate art world, but it didn't really work out. So,
Gotcha.
Freelancing mostly.
Okay. So, Gerry, at what age would you say you kind of started picking up, like, having a affinity for art?
Shoot.
Like, have you always been a creative person growing up?
I guess so. I just kind of like picked up stuff here and there,
Yeah.
like sports my brother was doing, or like if I saw my dad doing something or my mom doing something, I would just try and like pick it up here and there.
Okay.
So it kind of led like from that.
Okay. So would it be like your brother or something that was doing drawings, or?
Yeah, he started doing drawings, and then I ended up helping my mom do like craft stuff, like for like bulletin boards and stuff like that. She worked at a daycare, so I helped in that way, and then just led from there.
That's cool.
Dude, I know every time I see you, you're always sketching. Were you like that like as a kid too? Just like constantly like with a sketchbook in your hand?
No, but I would always doodle on stuff like napkins or like pieces of paper and stuff like that. So
my mind directly went to like desks, like school property, like
that too. Yes.
What if that became like a thing, like a trend, like like I left my mark on in science class? Yeah,
I don't know, but I've done it before. Like I used to like stay after class when my teacher left and write under their desk.
Under their desk?
That's crazy.
Under the teacher's desk, because when do they look under their desk?
Right, yeah.
So it's like if they look, it'll be my name right there.
Wow.
So funny story about that is back home in Fresno, my parents have a bakery, and there's a countertop that we put the coffee on, right?
Nice.
But you could sit under it because there's like a seat that went kind of right under the countertop.
Catch the drippings.
Yeah, so if you look under it, there's still like signage from like my friends that used to go visit me, and they would leave like, they'd be like, 99.
That's so cool.
That's what I was thinking. Y'all should have like a little sign-in sheet or something for like y'all's guests.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I actually have some stickers. So I was like, if y'all had like something.
Oh yeah, that'd
like
be
a
cool.
little like wall board or something.
Yeah. Dude,
that's like pretty cool. Yeah.
Look at you, doing creative.
Always
well, I'm just saying because they usually do that on like stages and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they have one at House of Blues, because my friend was a photographer and he brought me back there. He's like, yeah, come. He's like, just follow me. He's like, we'll wait for me back here when I'm finished. But they had a little sign-in board. So he's like, yeah, these are all the artists that came through.
Okay.
Great idea.
So I guess like timeline-wise, how old were you when you like were fully invested? Like you were like, this is what I want to do.
I want to say like around high school, but then like I like slowed down a little bit, and then I got back into it like fully probably about like 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
So
okay.
Like, semi-recently.
Right. So would you say like when you got back into it, there was some kind of spark that was like, you know what, I used to do this when I was younger, and this is like, what was it that motivated you to be fully vested?
Mostly just seeing some of my other friends that like my artist colleagues or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just see them do like either similar work or stuff that I produce as well. So it's like, why can't I not?
Yeah. Yeah. And then once you started, you were hooked, right? Like kind basically, of, yeah. Pretty much, you're like
it's basically, yeah, you get like an itch for it. It's like
have to create.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
gotta keep back into it.
Yeah, and that's good that you had like influence from like your group of friends, because I feel like the more connected you are into that like space, it keeps you like wanting to like achieve, like kind of go after it. Yeah. Like I know, for me it was hard because I didn't have too many friends that were like into photography or filming, but when I went to school, you kind of build like a little bit of like a group, and you kind of have a affinity for the same likings, and we would always do like short films and things like that. But yeah, it keeps you creative especially when you have a rival, because that's always been like my story. Like there's always somebody that calls me.
Y'all rivals, or have y'all ever been rivals?
No, we've never been rivals. Yeah,
it's always been like team effort, team collaboration.
Yeah, because I worked with Christian indirectly for like a year.
Yeah,
not knowing. Yeah, and I was like, the middleman, who is both of our friends. He would have me edit projects, and
was the first project a film festival that we did, right?
And then it was like notes that Christian had made, and I was like, when I finished editing, I'd go back to Eric, and I'd be like, bro. At first, I didn't understand how you guys broke down the script, but from an editor's perspective, like looking at it and looking at the cuts and the takes, man, that was so easy. Yeah. I remember that.
Because I was AD on that set. I was assistant director, and the friend that he's talking about was directing this project that we were on. And I mean, I know, like I was still in school, and like I know, like when you're going through like take after take after take, when you're like in the editing room, you don't know, you have to like listen to everything. So I made sure I made like hella good notes. That's always been like my thing, I remember like afterwards, Eric was like, hey man, you did a good job. My editor said that like you did a really good job. So keep that energy going. Like we need that again. And I was like, okay, I got you.
Yeah. And then, so we've never been actual rivals, but,
I was curious. I was like, I never asked that.
Yeah. It'd be funny if we were rivals, and then like that's what made this like work.
That would be hilarious.
That's what happened with my business partner. Like me and TJ, we like hated each other. So we were like
hated.
That's a strong word.
For real, no, he did not like me, like
what?
At all. And like I don't know what exactly happened, but then we became like best friends.
That's so weird.
That's cool though.
Yeah, and we're business partners. So
wow.
Was that when we were working at the restaurant? I think I remember that. Yeah. So side note, me and Gerry used to work together for like years. So we used to wait tables together, and he actually went to school with me as well. He went to the Art Institute in Houston.
Yeah. Oh, I got kicked out.
Which you saved yourself some money.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, it did. It did save me a lot of money. Yeah. So clutch. But I remember was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
You guys were, yeah. And then I remember when you were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go into business together." I was like, "What?" I totally forgot about that.
You're like, he's your enemy. You're like, nah, frenemy. That's cool, man.
We're about bank, bro.
Yeah. So how did you, after really looking into like moving forward into doing more artwork during that time that you kind of got that spark back? How would you say, or what was it that inspired you? Other than your group, like, did you look at other artists' work or?
Yeah, some other artists' work. It was mostly just like, just seeing that they were like putting themselves out there, like like getting that sort of like a little buzz for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like that hustle mentality.
Yeah. So now I was like, I kind of like feed for that. So I was like,
okay. And as far as like in the art scene, were you doing your own stuff, like trying to create your own style, or was it always based off of trends or things that were going on?
I mostly have my own style. It's like more like a bold, like graffiti. It's graffiti based style because you know, I picked up graffiti in like high school from I guess my mentor, graffiti mentor.
Yeah.
That's one of my good friends. He stopped like doing like graffiti and stuff like that. Like he does it like just for himself, I guess now. But yeah, he stopped to like start a family and everything and go from there. But he taught me like all that like graffiti background, like history of graffiti and everything.
That's cool. That's really cool. Did you used to chase like trains and stuff?
I have. I went out there with him a few times. Yeah.
How was that experience like?
Yeah, it's exhilarating. Yeah.
Because you can get shot now. Like they don't mess around anymore.
So by the cops?
No, by the train police.
Yeah, there's like people that watch the trains and like they're like out there and like if you get caught by them, they can like do like it's like a different.
Are you serious?
Different rules.
You could get shot for creating art.
Well, sometimes it's
illegal.
I mean, I understand that, but it's still like, art.
Yeah, but sometimes it wasn't like art. Sometimes it was just tagging just to tag. Like you would just put your name on it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like these like nice murals that you see. Like, have you ever heard that spray paint artist? I think he goes by Mac. Have you ever seen his stuff? It's incredible. Like,
Mad C?
No, I think it was MAC. Mac.
Okay.
Yeah, but
maybe I know Mad C.
Okay.
She's good. It's a girl.
Oh no.
But if Max is right,
I think this like some older dude too. Like he was like a little bit older for his like his art style, but his stuff is like extremely realistic. Like, but the murals that he paints are just like incredible. Like he gets paid by the city to do them, like just because they're so elaborate. So that's the kind of like, you know, if you see that on like a train, that's like cool, you know. But if you just see like X marks the spot, you know, because I had friends that used to do that. They used to chase all those.
Like, Bart Simpson peeing on the.
Oh God, I'm so tired of seeing that.
But that's crazy that you used to do that. So, what is your favorite form of? What's your go-to medium? What are you the most proficient at? Or skilled?
I mean, I've done canvas for forever, so I want to say I'm probably like that's my go-to, but I prefer like spray paint.
Okay.
Like if I have a big enough canvas.
Yeah. So of everything, spray paint's your favorite?
What are your multiple forms of medium?
Shoot. Everything. Like I've done like woodworking stuff.
Oh wow.
Because I used to do that in like high school. Like, tech, like what is it?
Woodworking?
Yeah, what is it called?
Oh, you guys had like an actual term for it.
Yeah, I forgot the actual term for it, but like I've done that. Just like acrylic painting, spray paint. I've done like charcoal, chalk. So I used to do the chalkboards at Buffalo.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
I've done multiple stuff. Digital work. I do like some graphic design, illustrations.
So are you pretty proficient with Illustrator?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, Illustrator's the one that I can
tedious. It's tedious, but it's nice.
Once you learn all the tools, right?
All the shortcuts.
That's awesome. Okay, so what would you say after that? You mentioned that you have a business partner. What do you guys kind of do? Like, what is your business surrounded by?
It's our clothing brand, Sophisticated Society. So it's this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We try to do like exclusive drops, kind of like I guess similar to like Supreme and all that stuff. Like
Kith.
Yeah. You know, he wants to do
Kith with Seinfeld.
Have you heard of that brand? Yeah. It's so funny because that's Anderson's last name. So
for real?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. That's right. I didn't think about that. Well, yeah.
When that came up, everybody was like, "Is that you?" And I'm like, "No, I wish."
Yeah. We went to New York a couple years ago.
And saw it.
And yeah, we actually went in the store, and oh my God, the prices in that store were like, because like,
insane.
Yeah, I was like, Anderson, you need to buy something from here. And we started looking through it, and I was like, oh God, no.
We'll go half on it. You wear it 1 week, I'll wear it the next week.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about a Sophisticated Society. Like, how did it come about? Like,
well, it was a clothing brand that TJ, which is my business partner, which she knows TJ.
Yeah,
Well, you met TJ.
I met TJ.
Yeah. So he came up with the idea. It was his like idea he had in high school or something.
Oh, okay.
And then he told me about it later when I met him at Buffalo, because he's like, "Oh, you draw and whatever." Like he found out I draw from somebody at work, I'm guessing. I'm not even sure. Like, I don't even
Word
know.
gets around, bro.
He just came up to me and he was like, I heard you draw. Like, can you help me out with something? I was like, yeah, what do you need? And he's like, I need help you with the logo. Like, and at first it started off being like a seal or something. It was
wow.
Yeah.
Like a sea lion?
Yeah, it was a seal, and then it was like an elephant, and then he decided finally on a swan.
Okay.
Swan out of nowhere. And then sent me a photo and was like, "Can you edit this and make a logo out of it?" And I said, "Yeah, I got you."
Mm-hmm.
Went from there, and then he was like, "I need a business partner. You want to help me like do all the creative stuff, and then I'll handle like
all the finances,
all the business aspect." Because he was taking accounting. So
gotcha.
I was like, "Yeah, I trust you enough."
Nice little duo. Yeah.
It's fun.
Frenemy. Let's do it, frenemy.
Let's do it. So
Christian, let's be frenemies so we can be business partners.
I see this, right? That's where you have to start, apparently. Shit.
nice backbone, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. So then, how long have you guys owned that business?
What I want to say like 3-4 years.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
But we've been doing it like on and off because he kind of like he moved away to Austin like 2 years ago, like when COVID hit or whatever.
Right.
So.
Okay. And so like, what is y'all's I guess big design for it? Like, is it just a swan, or do you guys have like, you say you had drops? Do you
It's
do like
supposed to be like a
boutique,
like a graffiti streetwear type thing. But we started off doing like, you know, like comfortable stuff like t-shirts, shorts, socks, hats, jackets, hoodies.
Damn, that's
like,
cool.
A bunch of stuff. Like we're doing patches to where you can like put it on your own clothes or like put it on something. If you have a jacket or jean jacket, sew it on.
Okay.
But he's starting to learn how to stitch his own clothing.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
So
that's really cool.
We're trying to make our own like kith, you know, how they have like the little fancy patterns.
Yeah.
We want to do stuff like that, but our own way, and then add a graffiti aspect to it. To like either maybe like tag it somewhere, or like do some kind of like I'm trying to figure out how to do our own screen printing.
Okay.
So maybe I can screen print like a tag design on it or something.
Yeah.
Like,
that's really cool.
That is cool.
Figure something out.
Do you guys do you guys push it pretty hard, the business?
It's here and there. Like we push it when we try, and then when we don't, we're pushing other stuff.
Gotcha.
But you guys constantly market it, like, because you're constantly doing shows. I'm on your Instagram. I'm constantly seeing you guys do shows. Are you?
We probably do like 1 or 2 shows a year, I want to say.
Okay.
What? No way, Jerry. It's got to be more than that.
No, I do my own shows. Like,
okay.
Those are like I have a show tomorrow.
So when you say show, can you give us a little background on that?
It's basically like a venue, and then they have multiple artists or like
vendors.
What is it? Vendors.
Okay, so like an art show.
Post up. Yeah.
An art show. Okay. So like there's a bunch of just different artists there kind of showing off their showcase. It's like showcase.
Yeah, a showcase, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
So
cool.
I think I'm confusing it because there's 2 types of shows that we're talking about here, which is when he's showcasing his sophisticated society gear. Those are more vendors. You know, like when you go out to see like the people who sell like the honey or like jewelry.
Yeah.
So that's one type of show, and that's what I was thinking. Your
Stuff
other
like that.
shows,
or like people with like vintage clothing, and stuff
Right.
like that. Yeah.
But then you also do your art shows,
Which is like more artists like based.
which is all art.
Okay.
Yeah,
work
so there's
based.
artwork. And that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Oh, cool. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say has been like your biggest project that you've ever undertaken?
Shoot. I did a project with Gabriel, the artist that did the pillars out in Galveston.
What pillars?
Like when you drive into Galveston, you know the little pillars when you drive in?
Oh.
They're like painted. With
On the
like,
bridge?
Yeah. They're painted like with the pelicans. And
Yeah.
Never seen it?
We were in Galveston a lot this
For
year.
like
Y'all
2 or
never
3
see the
weeks.
pillars when you drive in.
Well,
It's literally when you drive in and when you're leaving. You see them.
Is it on the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when you're going over the bridge.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 pillars on each, like one on each
Never
side.
seen them.
You've never paid attention to it.
Well, when you go next time, it's like
Look at the
okay.
pillars. Look at
Yeah.
the
There's pillars, and they're painted on both sides. And then when you go to Galveston, there's actually other murals there, and it's by the same artist, Gabriel.
Okay.
His name is Gabriel. His like Instagram handles like gas, whatever. But he had like a big contract out in Pearland.
Okay.
To do the park, like this whole super long tunnel.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
through the park, the outside on both outsides of the tunnel, and then he did something else. But I helped him. Me and like 3 other artists helped him paint that.
Oh, that's really cool.
And that was probably like one of the biggest things I've had to take on.
When was that? How long ago was that?
Like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And where in Pearland is this located? Like, where can people who
It was a
live in
park.
Houston go check that out?
I forgot what the name of the park, but it's like right when you go and drive into Pearland. I forgot. It starts with a T, I think, like Tinsley Park or something. Or
Okay. Is it like Tom Bass Park or?
It's probably that park that I was considering doing the shoot at with the wooden door. Is there like a wooden door out there with like all this moss?
Maybe.
Think? I think that it might be the one.
We'll put it here.
But I know there's a tunnel, like a big tunnel.
Okay.
Like, but we painted the whole inside of it and like both the outsides.
Okay.
Dang,
That's really cool.
We were there for like a week.
Wow.
Jeez.
Well, we got ran down a couple days, so we extended it. But
What was the theme?
it was just like music and stuff like that. So you had a bunch of like music notes, a guitar, a bunch of pairs for Pearland.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
and it just kind of like filled out the whole thing. And then I forgot he had something else. Like there was like stuff going. I think you put like birds or something, flowers. I don't know.
Is it on your Instagram page?
It is not. It is not on my Instagram page.
We'll find pictures of it somewhere.
Because I recently, I got hacked, so I had to redo my Instagram page.
Okay.
So
that's why you messaged me.
No,
He never messages me, and he messaged me out of the blue, and I'm like, this can't be him.
I got that like 50 times.
Yeah.
Why did you message me?
Yeah.
Like,
You never messaged me.
I didn't message you. You know I would. You know I would have messaged you.
You said you needed help. You're like, I need your help, and I was like, what do you need my help for?
One, I never asked for help.
That's how you know it wasn't me.
Yeah, I was like, well, for one, red flag.
That's funny.
But yeah, that happened. So I have one of my best friends. Like they're learning how to do like their own marketing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted to redo my Instagram.
Oh, cool.
And like practice
Right.
their marketing. So I was like, yeah, go for it. Here, don't give my password to anybody. Like, but
Oops.
so yeah, that's why that's not on my Instagram.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Okay.
they're like trying to make it look presentable.
Cool.
Because apparently the way I did it, it looked bad. So.
Yeah. So what are some of your other inspirations whenever you do, like, what do you do in order to get into, like, a creative state? Like, how do you begin, like, a canvas or anything?
I mostly start with, like basic idea, but I usually get a lot of ideas from, I smoke. I'm an active smoker.
Nice.
Cannabis, not cigarettes. No
Cannabinoids.
Yeah, no tobacco. I do a lot of like psychedelics. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm strong into psychedelics. So
When you say psychedelics, are you talking about like psilocybin or?
yeah, psilocybin. I've done LSD, acid.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do it sparingly. I don't do it like continuously.
Yeah,
I like
but
space it out.
I've heard that there's a lot of artists that will trip on like more so acid than shrooms. That give them like a whole nother like layer of just like creativity. I feel like shrooms, it's like a mix of people that I feel like people say that acid is just a lot harder.
Yeah, it's more intense.
It's more intense, and like what they see is like basically what they bring back. You know what I mean? Like
somewhat, I guess. Yeah, I could see that.
But so you would do like you would go on a trip.
I would do my extracurriculars, and then yeah, I get like an idea just by staring off into something. And like when you're on psychedelics, there's a lot of like hallucinogens type of stuff that happens. Yeah. So like I usually see like a lot of like shadow, like bending and shifting and stuff like that.
Okay.
And do you see a lot of color shifting?
More, I want to say more so at nighttime. Okay. I've done it in the morning. I usually don't get anything like that. It's mostly at night because there's like more shadows, and like I feel like there's like a reflective something off like the moon or something. I have no idea.
He's like, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Has it ever inspired some of your
there.
artwork?
Rarely. Yeah. More so just like the after effects, I guess, of what happens, I guess.
Like, does it put you in like a creative state?
I feel like I'm always in a creative state. It's just kind of like when where and when I want to like choose, like how
you want to use
how to express it.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, because like I feel like some people have to get like into like a flow state in order to have that like.
I've had other artists tell me that, and I'm just like.
He's like, I'm always on.
Yeah, basically.
He's like, I don't have an on and off switch. I'm always creative.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I stay high. So
like, oh, gotcha.
So one and the same.
He's like, I'm always lit,
like,
guys.
I don't know if that's, a good thing, but.
That's the funny thing is, I feel like people that smoke, I haven't really ran into people that say it's helped them with like the visual arts besides you, right? But I feel like people that do smoke a lot.
I feel like it focuses my mindset.
Okay.
Like I have so many like random thoughts.
Yeah.
And then when I smoke, it kind of like puts like one into focus.
You know what's so funny though? I started watching, and I need to like continue it. But have y'all seen that Netflix documentary or docuseries, How to Change Your Mind? No.
Yeah. It talks about psilocybin and then LSD
and like the science behind it and how.
I didn't see the last one.
I just know that they're using a lot of like microdosing to help people with like mental health issues.
Yeah,
and
that's where I was gonna go.
They're saying people with like anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah, just taking like small doses.
Mm-hmm. And I actually have a friend that he recently I had he had, I guess, brain surgery. Not really, but like he had an injury on his head. And they had to like stitch him up because he was in a bad car accident. But he microdoses, and he says it helps him like focus and like.
Gotcha.
Does he do that like preferably to like whatever like Western medicine they're trying to give him? Like,
I mean, they give him like pills and stuff, but he said he doesn't like taking too much of it because it messed with his head, and he says he feels safer like just microdosing shrooms.
And that's what I've heard. Like a lot of people who aren't into Western medicine, they like prefer alternatives. Like that was one of the things that I saw in that episode was like, if you take a more holistic approach to it,
I mean, I didn't think that it was going to be a thing, especially because a friend of mine told me like 4 years ago, he's like, Anderson, I'm telling you, this sounds wild, but you see how they're legalizing like, cannabis? It's going to be the same with shrooms. I was like, yeah, right. No way. He's like, no, he's like, they're already doing research into it. And it's like becoming the next like medicinal used, therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a company called Mind Medicine that you can invest in, and they're doing the studies on shrooms. And, not shrooms, but psilocybin.
You think they'll get to a point where like they're going to open up like shops the way that they're opening up
they
like
do
CBD
have
shops?
Them.
They already have
them.
They
already have them out.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy that he told me about that 4 years ago, and like now it's happening.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm all for it if it's like natural and like it's helping and. Because you've heard the stories about like people taking like antidepressants and anxiety medicine, and it's giving them suicidal thoughts, and they're losing control of like themselves, and it just like makes them become more numb. So I'm all for like the healthy stuff.
The help aspect.
Anderson's a big help in that man.
Yeah,
he really is.
Yeah, I asked her. I was like, "Does he want to eat cheesecake?" And he's like, "No, he's doing his diet stuff." And I was like, "Ah." And then I told my girlfriend Erin, and she was like, "Boo." I was like, "That's what I said," but I was like, "It's fine."
If you would have caught me 2 weeks ago, I'd been like, "Hell yeah, bring a whole one,
bring the whole cake,
12 flavors,
12 flavors."
No, but yeah, like I feel like that's kind of like a big thing right now is people that are looking for alternative uses for things like cannabis or like CBD became like a huge thing.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
You're not a fan of CBD?
No.
Nah.
I take CBD.
THC for me.
But you know what? I will say that, like, I've noticed it depends on what form of CBD you're taking, because, like, my mom
That's fair.
Likes topical CBD. It helps with her arthritis. You know, and I've heard people.
Hypocrite.
Jerry's like, no, that's Bengay, bro.
But I've heard people, like other friends of mine, who take it for like
That's
joint
wheat butter,
pain.
man. Just put it on some toast. No, I'm just kidding.
And I bought my dog some CBD treats, and it is helping his little ass stay asleep like throughout the night. You know, so
You're only
I think
supposed to
it
give
just
him
depends.
one. Just
No,
one.
you're only supposed to give him half. I made the mistake of giving him
Oh,
one
wow.
whole one
He was
the
out for
first
2
time.
days.
He slept for like a good while, but yeah,
That's
you
funny.
know, I think it just depends on the form.
It's a small dog, too.
He's like 5 pounds.
You're probably supposed to give him a quarter of that.
I know. I read the bag the next day. I was like, "Oh shit! I was only supposed to give him half." Whoop. I mean, he woke up the next day, so we were fine. It was okay. But
He's like
Read the instructions. It's the moral of the story.
wobbling around.
he
So,
slept good.
Jerry, what is next? What is next after all the artwork? Are you venturing into anything new, or?
I'm learning tattoos right now, yeah. That's my main focus.
Okay.
Is tattoos. I'm still doing like murals and like commission work.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's really cool.
keep busy. But yeah, I'm supposed to have a tattoo after we're done.
Oh, wow.
So
But what got you into like the whole tattoo stuff? Like,
I've been interested in it for like since I was younger.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just like, you know, I've kind of like, again, I had some acquaintances that kind of like pushed me into it, because they started doing it too.
Okay.
Like some of my other artist friends, they started tattooing. They were like, you should just do it. Like, what are you afraid of? Because they like my artwork. They're like,
Yeah.
your artwork's dope as fuck. So
Yeah.
we know you'll be a killer. So
And you caught on pretty quickly. Like, I remember the first picture that you sent me of like your first tattoo. I was like, "Oh damn!" Like,
yeah,
that
I was
looks-
surprised. I was like, hey.
He's like, hey.
Yeah, I was like,
It
oh,
looked
I'm nice.
That's
I know.
my,
I was like,
that's my
"Whoa."
work. He's like,
Exactly.
I surprised myself. That's cool, though.
Happens more often than it should, but
So, how many tattoos have you actually worked on?
I've done probably around like 30.
Damn,
30,
that's a lot.
30.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing it for like 2 months, but I
Okay.
mean that's still a lot.
No, that's pretty good. 2 months and you already hit 30 tattoos?
I'm trying to do like realistic portraits and stuff like that, but you know, I want to touch on everything. Japanese, traditional.
That's super cool.
I've been
there
doing a lot
any,
of fine line stuff. So
Are there any tattoo artists that like you kind of look up to?
Nico, he's actually one of the judges for the new what is it, Ink Master?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nico, he's a really good realistic tattoo portrait
Wow.
artist.
Yeah.
But he's one of the judges on there.
Is that what you're gonna like focus on, like portraiture?
That's what I want to focus on. I haven't got to that aspect yet, because everybody keeps hitting me up for like fine line tattoos or like.
Those people make bank, right? Because like there's different levels of like tattoo artists, right? Like
Oh yeah, but the like portrait artist.
they make money.
So what is fine line tattoo? Like, what does that mean?
It's like the real like dainty stuff like this. Like, you know, it's just like just the line work.
Oh, just like a
real,
single line?
Yeah, just like the
simple?
single line, like real simple.
Okay.
Or there's like detailed fine line where it's like you know, they'll do like I don't know if you've seen like the Victorian style like tattoos, you know.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of like or if they make it look like jewelry or something,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
because it's like they do like a real fine line and then it's just shading, so it's like
Gotcha.
it's called fine line tattooing.
Fine line okay, that's cool. So that's kind of like the next thing for you then.
Yeah, just my tattoo journey, but yeah, I'm still doing, like I said, still doing murals. Like I have to finish the Believe gym that I was doing out in Second Ward.
Oh, cool. Tell us about that.
I still have not finished.
What is what is that about?
So there's a gym. Edgar, I've met up with him through Instagram, and he started this gym out in Second Ward called Believe HTX Gym.
Okay.
He invited a bunch of like local artists, like come and paint. I'll supply the paint.
Oh, that's
Give
cool.
y'all food and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he wasn't gonna pay us,
Right.
which we knew, but
Yeah.
like it was like we got free walls to paint. Like let's take advantage of it.
Yeah.
So
This guy was pretty popular. He was the owner of he was one of the
BFit.
original owners of BFit Gym.
No way.
Yeah.
and like I guess he had like got into or like like had like some creative differences or something like that.
His frenemy became an enemy.
Yeah, exactly. So like, where he said he just cut ties and then he started this gym.
Yeah. Really cool guy. Like, I got a chance to talk to him when I went to go look at Gerry's mural. I was going to get some B-roll and pictures of his stuff. The guy knows his stuff. Like, you can tell he's an entrepreneur, like through and through.
That's
and
awesome.
Very down-to-earth guy as well. Like, you can tell just good vibes overall.
And he let you. He supplied all this paint.
Yeah, all this paint for like, I think there was like at least 20 artists or something that went up there.
Oh my gosh!
Like, I mean, they're not all from Houston, but they live in Houston for the moment. Like, some of them were from Houston, so like we like painted all throughout that gym, and then me and 2 other artists were supposed to paint the outside.
Okay.
But the other 2 artists bailed. So I'm painting the outside by myself. And I started it, but I haven't finished. So that's my like next big task after I finish all my like work that I'm currently working on.
Gotcha.
Because I'm working on a mural out in, was it Rosenberg?
Oh, cool.
So
Nice.
that's kind of a drive.
Dude, you're getting a lot of like attention. I mean, I just saw an article that was written about you, like a feature.
Yeah. So I did. I don't know if y'all know Voyage Houston.
Yeah.
So they did like I guess like a sub thing called Canvas Rebels.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
And they basically were just like following up with artists that they've previously interviewed, because I did something for Voyage Houston like a few years ago.
Like 3 years ago, like 2019, right? Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we want to follow up with you, like a follow up interview, like just continue, like see like what you're still doing." And
That's
cool.
Side note.
I wish they would hit me up.
I was gonna say, side note. Anderson got featured in that same publication.
I think it was like back in like 2017 or 2018 maybe.
So dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, it's nice to be like recognized, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Especially because you're putting art out there and they're basically helping push your art. You know, especially to those who don't.
It's just people that don't regularly see it. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it again.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
And what's so cool is like Houston's growing. Like, we're already, one of the 4th largest cities, right? But like, we're growing culturally in the art world like really fast. That's cool. I think it's awesome that they're doing like features on, artists that you might not see like every day, but just slowly work up those names.
For sure.
That's awesome, Gerry. So
the Forgottens. Like,
Gerry, where can our listeners find your artwork at?
Ooh, I mean, I have some stuff at Believe Gym. I've had some stuff just kind of like randomly placed. I can't even remember all of them.
But I mean,
like, I had some stuff on.
You have an Instagram and all that, right?
Yeah, I have an Instagram, but like I said, I had to restructure it, so like not everything that I've past done is on there.
Okay.
But like, I had some stuff at this 45 bar, 45 somewhere, which I don't even know if it's still open. I don't like follow up after I do my.
He's like, I hope it's still there.
Yeah, it's like I do my murals, I get paid, and I kind of just like. If I come by, I come by. Like,
it's like Bart Simpson peeing.
Yeah, exactly. El Bardo.
But listeners can check out your Instagram page now.
Yes, for sure. Gerry.Vega5 is my Instagram handle, and most of my current work is on there. Like I said, I have an art show tomorrow, so
okay, cool.
I'll be posting my art soon.
And then that's another cool thing is if they come check out your Instagram page, they can find your artwork at all the shows that you do. You're constantly posting.
Always doing new work, so
awesome.
Like I'm experimenting. I do like I do like little series, like 34 painting series and stuff like that. So.
Christian, do you want to tell our listeners?
Yeah. So you can check out Gerry at his IG page. We'll put that down below in the description. Follow him and any other local artists. We're constantly supporting local artists that we know. And you can follow us and find us at Enter, ENTER, the number 1 and 11, ELEVEN. We're on all socials, TikTok, Facebooks, Instagram,
not
Twitter.
Pinterest.
Not Pinterest yet, Anderson's. I know.
Gerry, please tell me you have
it.
a Pinterest account.
I have an OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Yeah. Donate to the cause, man. Gerry paints in the nude.
He's like, I
paint with my big toes, and it's It's something. It's something to see. if you ever get bored, no, I'm just kidding.
Cool. Well, we just wanted to say thank you for listening, and
someone's gonna take that idea. Watch.
Definitely check out Gerry's work. All right. Thanks for being on, Gerry.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.